If I were to ask you what is the most important thing in a man's life, what would you say? The common answers would be relationships, your status, your financial situation, where you live, health. And I'm not going to lie to you, every single one of those is important. But the most important thing in a man's life is his brotherhood, the group of men that he surrounds himself with every single day. Because there's that saying, you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So literally your brothers, your closest male friends are going to determine the type of man you become. And you will also determine the type of man they will become. You have to realize that as a male, you have a large responsibility to your brothers. You have a large responsibility to your best friends. Believe it or not, you are in charge of their future. You influence them and you set them down a path. Brotherhood is extremely important for men, especially for men who don't have biological brothers. You need a group of friends, a group of male friends that you're so close with that you can randomly message them and say, you know what, this morning I cried, I sobbed like a baby. You need friends that you can be so honest with. And they'll probably laugh at you because males, we just laugh at everything. But they'll be there for you. You need that in your life. Brotherhood is the best thing that you can have in life. Women come and go, but your brothers will be there with you until you die. The companionship that you can get from your friends, from your brothers specifically, your closest male friends, it compares to nothing else. Your brothers are the ones who tell you the truth when you're lying to yourself. They tell you to move on even when you don't want to. They push you, and they will tell you honestly when you're actually playing with your life. Your brothers are there to provide you with motivation and TJ! Your brothers are there to provide you with motivation and most importantly, competition. If you're a man, you've noticed that you are naturally competitive. From a very young age, you always wanted to beat your friends. You always wanted to come out on top. So this is why brotherhood is so important, because if you surround yourself with good men, you're naturally going to want to compete with them. Because the truth is, you will have your friend achieving something great. Let's say, I don't know, whatever he does. He achieves something great, he starts making 10k a month. Obviously, you're going to be happy for them, but at the back of your mind, you're like, damn, I don't want to lose to my friend. I don't want to be the friend that's down there. So it's going to push you to work harder. That competition is healthy. As long as you're not competing against each other and trying to bring each other down, the competition between a brotherhood is extremely healthy and pivotal to male success. And you know what's messed up? We've grown up. I think our generation is the first generation. We are the first generation that was given medals for participation. Imagine, for showing up to an event, we got medals. We've grown up being told that it's bad to be competitive, that you shouldn't compete. Compare yourself with yourself only. It's rubbish. Because realistically, you're competing with every other man. Or at least the men that are in your surroundings. Because look, everyone wants a beautiful wife, right? But logically, and you can't even blame them for this, they're going to pick the best man that they can get. So make sure that you are the best man possible. Because the truth is, you're in competition. You can say, I am just competing with myself. But when it comes to getting a girlfriend, when it comes to getting a wife, you are definitely in competition with other men. If anything, as a man, your life is a competition. And we've been convinced through the education system, through just how we've been brought up, we've been convinced that competition is bad. I am naturally a very competitive person. If you're my friend, you'll probably say that I'm too competitive. And sometimes I try to tone it down, but I'm like, why should I tone it down? Why should I dim the competitive fire within me? Why should I? And if you feel the same, if people say you're too competitive, obviously be nice to them when they say it, but then in your head say, you know what, I don't care if I'm too competitive. Because competition, it brings satisfaction when you're male. It brings fulfillment. That was a bit of a side tangent, but the point is, within your brotherhood is going to promote competition. So you want to make sure that you're competing with good men. So now that I've told you the benefits and the necessity of having a brotherhood, of having a group of male friends that you're extremely close to, you're probably thinking, how can I find my own brothers? The truth is, your brothers are there. Those guys who will be there for you. Who, honestly, if you got into a fight, they wouldn't be trying to see who's right or wrong. They'd honestly get into the fight and fight on behalf of you. And then afterwards, they would find out, okay, what had you done? You could be wrong and they'll still fight for you. Those are your brothers. And as I said earlier, women, they come and go, but your brothers are there forever. Your brothers will be there. They're the ones who will be there on your deathbed. They're the ones who will be carrying your coffin. So I want you to remember that as a man, male companionship, your brothers. When I say brothers, I don't mean your biological brothers. I mean your closest male friends, your best friends. The relationships that you get from that is the most important aspect of your life. Most of the people watching this video are 18 to 24. If you can say that you have brothers at that age, consider yourself extremely lucky. You have the most valuable thing. Cherish it. Do you know what I want you to do? After you finish watching this video, in fact, you don't even finish, you can stop watching the video now. What I want you to do is message someone who you consider your brother and tell them that you're grateful for them. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go kiss your brother.